girls, guys, and non-binary others. As you can tell, I have still not jumped out of this. I, again, am reading Respect Sakusa X Reader by Suffers 104. There are other parts to this from before and for after this episode. I really wanted to get into this one because it's called Memories, and if you read the last few episodes, listen to the last few episodes, you'd know that Wyan-chan has memories of Sakusa, and they're not on... Oh, I'm gonna shut my mouth. You guys gotta go back and watch the other episodes for that. Anyways, this chapter is called Memories. It was late in the evening. The stars were The stars were fading back into existence as the sun shrunk back whilst the night sky blossomed in its disappearance. You take out your keycard for your home when you felt it. A gut filming swelling feeling, swelling your entire body. Someone is in your house, flipping the keys to make into auto defensive weapons while slowly opening the door. The lights are on. You look down to find extra shoes, brow twitching at who they belong to, creeping up to the blackhead monster that cursed you in the day and in your nightmares. He has volleyball on his own previous plays, no doubt. Lunging forward, you grab his mouth with your left hand while pointing at the sharp, serrating edge of your key against his pale skin. He flinches but keeps his eye on the telly. What are you doing here? Your lips brush against his ear, breathing down his neck. Rosy cheeks become visible from the sides of your eyes. You remove your hand from his mouth. He doesn't speak, rather he just stays there admiring your features. He noticed how there were new lines on your face, near your eyes and the mouth. You've been smiling, and something that he isn't privy to anymore, but something like this, snapping up what he can get after his massive fuck up, is what he's been used to after so much time. 2 years and you still don't speak to him like you used to. You don't touch like you used to. Oh shit. And there's always something underlying, unspoken tension between the two of you. You were the first to look away. Memories of the past resurfacing, and that was something you couldn't be asked to deal with. Right after returning from Golden Week, you sigh, removing your other hand from his silky smooth skin and back into your pockets. How was Golden Week? He asks, breaking the silence, and that once engulfed the two of you into a pressuring ocean of regret and nostalgic memories that just bring back painful memories. Good. Met a setter that couldn't even set. A libero with potential. A libero with potential and a golden ticket. You walk off into the kitchen, removing your jacket. In the process, you rip open a pot noodle while waiting for the kettle to boil. You grip the sides of the counter, huffing. Closing your eyes, you allow yourself to remember. This is a flashback. It was like any other day. You're both in your room, heads cushioned by the pillows from your bed. Snacks of chips, chocolate, and milkshakes clear the space. The space between you two. 2 white earbuds connecting to your phone as you both jam to the latest hits. Kiyomi mutters something stupid, which makes you laugh out loud, clutching your sides from the joy admitting the two of you. You look over to the side of your face to find his You look over to the side of your face to find his staring up at your glittered ceiling. He looks stunning in your eyes, the way his natural curls cascade to the sides, his dimples when he smiles, the fact that he feels safe enough to not wear his mask around you is enough. He stops smiling when he turns to you. His deep obsidian eyes bore into yours, fluttering of wings and night in your abdomen as swallowing becomes difficult. You watch as his fine lips open to say something. Excuse you. You okay? His voice rang out behind you, looking up to find the kettle past. Oh, and a flashback. You okay? His voice rang out behind you, looking up to find the kettle past being brewed, and is now steaming. You click your tongue off, scoffing at his concern. Taking the kettle, you pour the hot water into your pot, still not turning around to him. You should go. You hold it in, biting your inner cheek. You hear him sigh, shuffling, and the click of the front door. You relax, exhaling the built-up stress from the past several days, as well as just now, running your hand through your hair, clutching it tightly as you release a frustrated sigh. Why can I not get you out of my head? And that is the end of Memories. We will read one more as per usual. And it looks like we're getting to the center of this cascade of hello world. This next one is called, excuse you, this next one, the next one, not now, into high prelims and maybe more. Tokyo prelims are one of the most chaotic places to be in all of Tokyo, especially when you don't like people as they gawk at you and that you grew upon with a germaphobe, gawk at you and that you grew up with a germaphobe and have to reciprocate his tendencies. You have your black mask on and your red tracksuit zipped up to the very top of your neck. The other girls casually look amongst themselves. You watch Kura and Daisho make a fool out of themselves. But in the sea of diseases and busybodies, you caught a glimpse of a certain dark, curly-haired male off in the distant corner. Something powerful yearning you towards him, like a wash of unknown desire and a nostalgic feeling. When you came back to your senses, you were already there. The germophobic male looked at you quizzically as if you were a mysterious object, but to him, your sudden action, you are. But to him and your sudden action, you are. A wave of sudden content swallowed him whole as he looked into your eyes. He smiled a small smile behind his mask, which was unforeseen for you. As for now, you were having inner conflict with yourself on whether you should stay or not. Eventually coming to a decision that you were about to go when a hand with a strong grip latches onto your wrist. You look back to see his longing, dark, beautiful eyes. You shake your head from that sudden thought. Stay, is all he said, and you did, sliding next to him, even getting as close to touching his shoulders. You couldn't help but relax. You clench your hands into a fist as the urge to reach out was overwhelming. So you scrunch them up in your pocket, trying to restrain the beastly search for human contact. You, somehow or another, managed to keep a deadpan look throughout your inner turmoil, even when Sarah, your friend, came over to alert you that they are going in. A pang twisted and knotted into your heart as if a knife was piercing it. You're feeling guilty about leaving him so soon. Were you enjoying his company? You have a deep sigh, turning back to Sakusa. He scratches his brows in confusion. I don't hate you. Maybe, and that's maybe. But we can be friends again. You whisper the last few parts, hoping that he didn't hear, but also yearning for him to. Why is this happening to you? Why the sudden change? You were afraid to find out those answers. As for now, you are more than welcome to the idea of him coming back into your life. You simply missed him, but you couldn't voice that or make it real. Maybe you wanted that. You turn away from him and head back with Sarah. Alright ladies, our first match is against Nohebai girls team. And you know how tricky they can be, so I want you to play 120% today. Ryan-san, I want you to give them hell. Coach yells. You give her a small nod before turning around onto the court. The Not Have I girls team, not only a carbon copy of the boys team, but also more cruel. They're purposely out to get you, aiming to injure you, especially, excuse me, that is illegal. But there was a tactic that you always used to beat them. All you did for the remainder of the first set is serve. For a fact, you knew this would make them hate you, as you've done this before to them, but it's not like they don't deserve it. For the second set, you just had to. You had to play and rub it in their scaly fucking ass. The ball is up. 3-man block charges in, but you couldn't help but remember the feeling of the iron wall gave you. Striking while the iron is still hot, you hit directly downwards, making the ball create a waterfall technique between the blockers and the net. Tss, that must hurt, you say, turning your head over your shoulder to see the blockers better. You hear them scoff until you hear a timeout. Looking up, you head towards your coach. I want to try something. Everyone looks at you with confusion rising. Okay, what do you have in mind, oh great one? Sarah mocks. I want to block. Why? You're our strongest hitter and our ace. One of the girls adds. Exactly. I want them to believe that they can win when the ace. I want them to believe that we can win when the ace is gone. Then, when the moment calls for it, we'll do a back minus attack. You say, doing this while looking at Sarah. She first scoffs, then deadpans at you. Wait, you're serious? We've only practiced that a couple of times, she gasps, springing her arms about. Yeah, why not now? The time is nigh. Near, ladies. Let's look hot out there. Slapping the backs of 2 people nearest to you, whilst the whole team cheers, even if you're trying to pull off a fluke here. Back on the court, the other team, as well as the crowd, immediately notices my position change. Switching positions means that you'll only be on court half of the time that you'll normally be. But that's all you need to throw them off their game. It was only after you went off court as the libero entered that shit started to go down. The captain and the setter both did illegal spikes. What? But still were saved by the refs. Well, the spikes and serves were basically purposely aimed at only 2 firsters on the court. Exhaling in deep frustration, Coach sighed, eyes you, waiting for you to ask to be added back onto the court, but you don't. Not even when the point gap is as big as deuce. Tapping your fingers on the side of your arms, leaning forward, nodding at Coach, giving him the confirmation. You were switched back, with the other middle blocking, whilst the libero removes herself. You're in the back, just like you liked, keeping an eye on contact with Sarah. She slowly closes her eyes as you take a few steps back. The ball is up. Both Sarah and the captain go in for a two-man block. Sarah, being a low block, lets the ball fly in, only to be saved into a high toss. Nodding next to the girls near me, we ride the waves. You take more steps back before joining them. By this point, most, if not all, the blockers have reached their peak and are now making their descent back down. The ball connects your hand to your hand, letting the boom resonate within the gym as it connects with the wooden floor. Nakama girls team made it to the top 3 as the representative teams for Tokyo, led by Itachiyama followed by Fuku Dani girls team. For the boys team, this, excuse you bitch. Hold on, let me find this. I am dumb. Fuku Dani girls team. For the boys team, this was also the case, except the boys in Nakoma lost in the quarterfinals against. It was hard. It was a hard hit for Kira in the other thirds, but only made them more excited about the spring tournament. Sighing, you look out as the buses head in. You watch as the Solon boys enter the bus, knowing they won't be doing nationals this time round. A tap on the shoulder makes you turn around, and you're shocked to find it's only Sakusa. You played great today. What made you do that insane back quick attack? He scrunched his brows, but whilst ever so usual white mask adorned his face. My golden ticket did. Gosh, that guy has potential. Anyways, I saw you out there as well. You're pretty sick out there as well. You say while scratching the back of your neck. He frowns. Can we hang out soon? We need to catch up. He looks you directly in your eyes. Oh, ever the bold one, like always? Sure, you deadpan, not wanting to show how excited you were to finally be hanging out with him again. Oh, honey, being able to hang out with him again. The only reasoning behind you even offering to be friends again is for you to stop feeling so conflicted about him. Excuse you, bitch. Excuse you, bitch. Conflicted about him. Maybe having a label between you two will sort things between the two of you will sort things out. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary others, that is the end of this one. My throat is fucking killing me. So there won't be another one for a few more days. Sorry guys. Bye.